Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Phil Shotgun the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 8 FPL Team Builder here. First off, if you're some type of a fan, it's my air conditioner. And I'm kind of having the air conditioner because it's getting to that point in time where I need the AC. But anyways, if you guys are excited, leave a like, give it a raise, subscribe if you are new. Join the Phil Shotgun crew today because you'll be grilling with the king of the crew. And with that being said, let's break down this matchup here. First off, I want to say that I am potentially breaking the fourth wall, playing my Week 7 game here on the 21st, the 22nd, or the 23rd. One of those three, it's guaranteed happening. So, what basically happened is this. Is if I somehow do win my Week 7 game, I can, in theory, still make playoffs. I can potentially clinch the number 3 seed, and that is it. But, in order to clinch the number 3 seed, if I lose my Week 7 game and my opponent and one of my, the rank 3 seed wins one more game, then that's impossible for me to make playoffs. And after Week 8, Week 9, and Week 10, I might just mess around, maybe bring some funny stuff or anything like that. So, or I may bring semi-serious stuff. I don't know, but who knows? But right now, I'm gonna kind of try to play it off as we didn't win. So again, like I said, if we win the rest of our games, we can potentially clinch. But after the 3-3 team of their last 4 games win 2 of those 4 games, then there is no way we can clinch playoffs. So there is still a tiny slim chance for us to win. So hopefully we can win. Hopefully we can do the impossible. But it's going to come down to how we play this matchup in our Week 7 game. But anyways, enough of going into the breaking of everything. Let's get into this match. So, we are going against the Leuenberg Leichenrocks, who are actually our number 4 out of the 5 seed that we are in our division. So, basically, if they lose as well, or if they win, this is a matchup that is very big for a lot of reasons. If I can beat them, they go 1-7. Or they go 0-8. If I win this matchup, I can go 1-6, or we are both 0-7, and one of us will get our first win of the season. It's gonna come down to that. So he might not be trying hard. I might not be trying hard. It just depends on certain things. But breaking down his team, he has got Mega Aerodactyl, Alolan Ninetales, Volcanion, Gliscor, Dusknoir, Lucario, Duraludon, Houndoom, Galarian Articuno, Cursula, and Celebi. I am really bad with English, apparently. So, looking at this team, it's really random. It's another one of those things that has multiple typings. Like, there's 3 flying types, there's 2 fire types, there's 2 ghost types, there's 2 steel types. Like, some of these people, I think, drafted a lot of multiple typings that I don't think make a lot of sense. But we don't judge, we don't blame, and we go from there. But looking at their team, I don't think Celebi comes. I know everyone wants to bring a grass type to stop Zygarde, yada yada yada. However, Zygarde kind of actually can beat Celebi because it gets a move called Skitter Smack. And I don't know if he'll actually expect that, but I also have a different move on my Dusknoir just as a safety precaution for certain matchups and stuff like that. So, but I don't think Celebi's matchup at all is really good here. I think Celebi really does not do anything for him in this matchup. Same thing with Cursula. I don't think Cursula does anything. It's too slow. It's too passive. And if I start setting up or have things in front of it and get free kills, I don't think it would really be beneficial for him. Galarian Articuno kind of has a weird matchup. It could potentially come, but I kind of really don't see it. It's maybe one of the ones I do kind of expect to show up over the other two. For that reason, I don't know, but I mean, it just depends. But Houndoom, I think, has actually a decent potential chance to show up. I think like Power Herb Solar Beam set could be really good. Stop Lord Helix. Also has a really good mon to kind of just wall a lot of things. It's a good mon to, if it's also Scarfed, handle Durant. It's also in that type of situation, so stuff like that. I think Duraludon actually has a very potential chance to show up in this game. Duraludon's actually very annoying for my team, and it's more of it's defensive, but most of my team is going to be semi-special and physical, so it's definitely going to be something that he's going to have to be very careful about, because I do have some mons that can kind of actually just win games based on matchup. So definitely some stuff to note there. Also, sorry if I'm stumbling or anything like that. My cat Sneaky, who you all remember, he's he's trying to mess around with me. He's trying to give me lots of love, and I'm trying to be nice to him and not shoo him away or anything like that. But he's distracting me. So, but looking at his team, I think Mega Aerodactyl is a definite given. I mean, Mega Arrow is so scary, dude. Especially like Dragon Dance. Ninetales, I think, is a dead given as well. Ninetales doesn't do as well against some mons on my team, but I think the chance to set up Aurora Veil is really, really important for him there. Volcanian's dual stab just really just kind of almost claims a kill every single time. I need to get potential going before he comes in. Glide score is definitely a problem because he does have to really be fearful of a Scarf Raichu. Because Scarf Raichu, honestly, if you look at his team, kind of just beats his team. So definitely something to note with that. I think Dustmore comes, burning things, plus the access to potential Trick Room as well is really good for him. Even though it doesn't really help his team unless he's got something that's got Blunder Policy, which then can take advantage of Trick Room and stuff like that. And then when he switches out, the speed back. So that could be some really cool tech that he can try to pull off. And I think Lucario comes. I think Lucario comes because of the fact that when it comes to between Duraludon and Lucario, what does he want more to kind of be that mon to help deal with Slurpuff? And I think Lucario is that mon because of Bullet Punch. I could potentially see a mixed Lucario. I kind of do see a potential to be mixed with dual priority, essentially. Or if he's just not going to run physical priority, he's going to run special priority, which I can see him running special priority against my team. Kind of makes sense against my team as well. So I don't know if we're going to see mixed Lucario. I don't know if we're going to go physical or special. I don't think special is all that good versus me, but it's decent versus me. My cat will just not stop touching my stuff, and he is kind of making this recording a little unbearable right now, and I don't know why he's doing this to me. But yeah, that's the squad I think he's gonna bring, and we actually have a pretty cool team. We got some Mons making their return, and we have a Mon making his debut. But first, it's kicking off with the captain, and yeah, since we barely have gotten any differential under our belt, we do have the slight thing. So technically speaking, our kill leader is Zukio, and it's no surprise, even though it's only 2-2. Zygarde is obviously a monster, but we have a different Zygardes at this time. We're running Expert Belt. We are in Dragon Dance, Earth Crunch, Thousand Arrows, and Iron Tail. This is the reason why I said I'm running a different type of offensive route with Zygarde. Yes, I could run like maybe sub DD Protect or sub DD Coil, Thousand Arrows, something like that. But I like the very good offensive route with Zygarde this matchup. Just because I get one Dragon Dance off and I can outspeed everything on his team. The only thing I do not outspeed, I believe, is Scarf Celebi, which if he brings that for some weird reason, that would be a shocker. I do outspeed all his base 90s and below, so that's really important to know right there. Even if Houndoom comes, I believe it's maybe 95, and let's just say it's 95 and it's Scarf, it can't do anything against me unless for some reason it has Ice Fang, or he's just going to click Dark Pulse and he gets a flinch. Otherwise, Zygarde kind of just sweeps at +1. Iron Tail is just there for the um, Ninetales, Thousand Arrows spam, and then Crunch is honestly just so I can deal with Celebi and deal with Dustor in case Thousand Arrows is not that bulky enough for me. Now, even if he Will-O-Wisps me, it's fine because I can just Dragon Dance again for free. But he could have the Ice Punch, so I do need to be careful about that. But I think Zygarde could actually do a lot of work once we just get one to eat up, and then we can just start putting to work. Up next is a potential, I'm not lying here, this is actually a potential win con right here, and that is Omastar. Shell Smash Omastar literally wins me this matchup. I am not kidding you all. This is a very important piece of the puzzle. Max HP, Volcanion, whether it's got Spadef or not, but max HP, will die to +2 Timid Ancient Power. Unless for some reason he is Charty Berry, which would make absolutely no sense. Well, okay, I wouldn't say it would make absolute no sense, where Shuckleberry is more of a good bring than Charty Berry because of, 1,000 arrows. But we are in Shell Smash. Literally, I only need my dual stab. That's literally all I needed. But we do have Ice Beam on here for a few reasons. One, it's there in case Celebi for some reason does come, and that way Celebi doesn't wall me. It's also there for Duraludon. I would have rather had Earth Power for Duraludon if it came, just because it would probably guarantee the kill more because of the super effectiveness. But Ice Beam does do 90 to 105, so basically if I get at least about 5% chip, my roll to kill him is actually now literally like a kind of 60-40 in my favor type of thing, or like 75-25 kind of thing in my favor. So definitely something to know there. But I think Almost Star can actually potentially win this matchup here for us. Almost Star went to Shell Smashes, is faster everything on his team. I think it might be faster than Choice Scarf Lucario. It just depends on the speed of a Aerodactyl. Well, basically, we're faster than everything on his team because of Aerodactyl. Up next, we're bringing it, and we're bringing a Max set because this is the way the set has to work. We are running Choice Specs with Timid. We're actually running the Jolly Nature. Now, why are we running Jolly with this set when it makes no sense? Well, you have to do this to make sure that if you want your IV to give you a certain boost, it has to be in that specific stat. And that makes it hard for Pokemon like, say, Kartana, Blacephalon, or even Nihilego to get boost in speed if you really want to. So what you have to do is you have to run the Jolly sets, Timid sets, and stuff like that, and mess around with your IVs just to make sure that you can actually get the boost that you wanted. And now, even though my IVs are both 344 in speed and in special attack, I will get the speed boost because it's my boosted nature. It gets basically the boosted nature, so I will always get a +1 speed. Looking at his team, where is a Shadow Ball switch in? Non-existent, except for Houndoom. But if Houndoom comes, again, I have so many other things that can counter Houndoom real easily, so and can really mess around with it. I don't think it's going to come, though. I don't think it's got a good matchup versus me. If he does come, it's there, but we can move around it. But Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, and Fire Blast. Fire coverage as well pretty much just decimates a good chunk of his team as well. Shadow Ball is only also there because it can actually... basically, if he tries to switch in Volcanion just gets roughly two-shotted. And then I can just... If you have Trick there as an option to potentially trick something and cripple something on his team, but we do need to be careful about tricking Choice Specs, because a good chunk of his team could take advantage of that. So I only have Trick there as an option, really. I don't really wanted anything else on there. Maybe Will-O-Wisp would have been good, like we did last week, but, yeah, it wasn't. Also, I will be putting that in the description of the video, but actually I just want to state this right now. Last week, week 6, I should mean, we actually would still have lost that matchup if even after our opponent threw. He did tell me that he did have Shadow Sneak on his delayed. So in our week 6 game, the RNG from the one thing didn't even matter. So at least we know that now, which makes me feel a bit better. And I'll make sure I put a description in the week 6 battle when I upload that. Obviously, you're seeing this before the you're seeing this after I've done that already. But I like breaking the fourth wall. It's fun. But anyways, we have Chainsaw here with Agility set. We are running enough speed about speed Lucario. That's all I really needed for speed-wise. And, yeah. We're 40 in HP, max attack, Adamant, in 12 in the speed. Like I said, 4 in Spadev just because I ran up 4 EVs. We do not want Swarm. We want Hustle. I have not run any Bug Stab at all this week. I don't think Bug Stab was really good. Agility into these 3 attacks hits everything for super effective damage. Now, I'm not going to immediately just go for the Agility right out of the gate. I might want to wait out and see what he has to handle. Me Stomping Tantrum handles Volcanion. It handles the Lucario, Duraludon. Iron Head hits about everything else for super effective damage. And then Crunch is really just there for the combination of potentially Celebi and mostly there for his ghost types because their ghost types are a little more tanky. And what's really cool about having Staunching Tantrum as well is that this power will basically do 150 if my move fails. So basically, if I'm faster and I miss and I take the hit, I do 150 on the next turn. So that is a really important thing to kind of factor in right there. So a really big thing to inform you on that. So really hoping that we can do well with Durant here. And making his debut is Divine, our Raichu. Now, if anyone's wondering why I named this Divine, it's the Divining Rod from, the Divining Rod that helps you locate, like, the metallic objects and helps sorts you out and everything like that. So, but yeah, we have Shuka Berry there just to be able to take an Earthquake from either the Aerodactyl or from the Gliscor if needed. But we have Nasty Plot, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, and Surf. Focus Blast is there strictly just for the Duraludon. Otherwise, I'm spamming Surf and Thunderbolt because he has not good switch into that Pokemon. If he does bring Celebi, that is going to be a problem to deal with. But regardless, I do think Raichu has a fantastic matchup. We are running Static in this matchup. So if he does run the Priority and Lucario or anything else like that, we can potentially Static them, which is really cool. But what's really amazing about Raichu is that we are running enough speed to outspeed his entire team except for the Aerodactyl. So we are faster than everything on his team. So we have a good advantage point right here. I was thinking of maybe running Brick Break over Nasty Plot, so that way in case he tries to set up Aurora Veil, it doesn't happen. But, you had to be safe sometimes, you can't just, do the risky play versus the smart play. But, yeah. But that's our Raichu, and we are bringing Obstagoon, and this is one of those things that's kind of good and bad about how 2 mons being base 95 on your team. We are using Obstagoon to kind of be more of a offensive threat this week. We are running Guts, that way it gives him a little bit of a scare to not click attacks against us. We are running Bulk Up, Close Combat, Gunk Shot, and Knockoff with the Roselli Berry so that we can take one hit from the Alola Ninetales, and the same spread obviously from the Zygarde set. But basically a Bulk Up here lets me live any one hit with defense inside and everything like that. Close Combat will help me deal with both Lucario and deal with the Duraludon if it shows up. Gunk Shot is there strictly just for mostly the Alolan Ninetales. I could have ran Iron Tail, but Gunk Shot actually has 5% better accuracy, so I'm going to take my chances with Gunk Shot, plus it hits harder. And then Knockoff, because Knockoff just spam is just super stupidly good in this matchup. So that's the team, guys. We are running Guts, like I said, because of the potential Will-O-Wisp shenanigans and stuff like that, so that's going to be something that my opponent has to very much be careful about with having things like Dusknoir on the team and everything like that. But yeah, that's the team. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to this battle 0-7 with potentially no chance to make playoffs, or going to this 1-6, so with still a potential light chance at playoffs. So regardless, we're hoping to have a good matchup here, play good, do good. But until next time, guys, I am Phil Shocker, the Nice Hedgehog. I will see you guys next time. Peace.